Alright, it's time for us to continue the adventure. In our last round, Drizzt was slightly burned from the attack of a drow wizard. So now it is time for our hero to act. It is his hero phase. And this will allow us to move and attack in the hope that I can defeat this wizard. I'm going to move my figure 1, 2, 3 spaces over to an unexplored edge. And I really hope I can take out the monster this time. Attack. I think since the drow wizard has 2 hit points, I think I'm going to use my icing death attack. And this will allow me to do an extra point of damage if I roll an 18 or higher. So let's hope we get lucky. A 17. We just missed it by 1. Well, that's still a hit though. So that is 1 point of damage to the drow wizard. So we'll take this hit point marker and put it on the base there of the drow wizard, indicating that that wizard has taken a point of damage. Remember, using these around the figure is the preferred method instead of putting that on the monster's card, because when you're playing and you have other people playing with you and you have multiple, let's say you had 2 drow wizards, the way you discard monsters when they're defeated works a little differently in this game. It's not going to directly be tied to any particular card. You're going to throw away the card of the person whose turn it is. Anyway, I think I covered that in an FAQ video if you want to check that out. But there we go. 1 damage to the drow wizard. And I've made my move, I've made my attack, and in most games my turn would be over. But we have an interesting ability here, Expert Combatant. You can make an additional attack during your hero phase. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to use Icing Death again and make an additional attack here. Hopefully I can hit a second time and take this wizard out. A 9. A 9 plus 6, that's going to give us... Oh, we just missed, didn't we? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Misses his armor class of 16. Rats. So we did not kill the wizard. And we're on an unexplored edge. So we're going to have to draw a new tile now as we head into the exploration phase. So a little bit of hubris on my part, thinking that I could drop the wizard. Let's take up the new tile here. It's a volcanic vent. And we've got a black triangle. So, time to put a monster there on that tile. We have a goblin cutter. Armor class 12 and 1 hit point. Alright, I'll get the goblin cutter. Okay, here's the little guy here. Nice and green and bald with pointy ears. And has a nice dagger there. So, there he is. Probably heating his little toes over there by the volcanic vent there. And that's going to give us 2 monsters now. I'm going to put them in order. The wizard will activate first and the goblin cutter next. So, event. Normally following the normal flow of things as we go into the villain phase. We did place a tile, but we have one with a black triangle, so we have to draw an encounter card. Well, as you may remember, for killing the hunting drake, which is in our experience point pile, my treasure card was this fortune that allowed me to say that it's a little quiet now, and we don't have to resolve the next encounter card. So that's great. I really like that. So this treasure is used in no encounter card this turn. So now it's time for the monsters to attack. The wizard is already close to us and is going to attack again with a blast of fire. Perhaps screaming at the top of his lungs, "You will never escape." Oh man, 20. Too bad I couldn't roll that for myself. 2 points of damage to our hero. So here we go. 2 more points of damage. I'm going to put these markers on my character portrait to indicate my different wounds. Perhaps these are some blisters from the hot fire. So the wizard has damaged us for 2 points of damage. But now the goblin cutter is going to join the action. And if the goblin cutter is within 1 tile, yes he is, it moves adjacent and attacks with a crude dagger. So here he comes with his crude dagger. And it's going to make his attack. I guess one thing I could do, as I'm still learning this game, is perhaps I could have used the defense token here, my stance token, to reduce that fire damage by 1. But I didn't state that in a timely manner. So I'm going to say that I sort of missed my chance. That will teach me to be a little more aware of that situation, because that was a hit. You know, a 20, that was a hit. I could have used my scimitars there. But we'll just say, for the sake of the story, that Drizzt was distracted by the charging goblin and took the brunt of the fire attack, took the worst of it from the nearby wizard. So goblin cutter is attacking, rolls an 11, and 11 plus 7 is an 18. So there is a successful hit. An 18 beats my armor class of 16. So now I'm going to use this, because the goblin cutter's attack is going to do 1 damage. Let's remove this stance token, and that will allow us to reduce the damage by 1. So as Drizzt is being burned from the magical attack of the wizard, he quickly whirls around and parries the attack of the goblin cutter with his twin scimitars. Well, that will bring us to the end of this turn, and please join me for the next one.